All right, let's start easy cross leg. Take a nice deep breath in, arms overhead. Interlace your fingers and press the palms. And then bring the arms down and let's twist it out. Nice tall back. Trying to pump the breath with the twist. Shoulders down, elbows up. And just feeling out the spine. Which way it twists easier, which way is more difficult. See if you could twist a little bit deeper. Sit taller, feel your hips plugged into the floor. Lift from the sits bones all the way through the top of the head. Notice which side is harder to twist towards. Pick it up, the speed just a little bit. And then come to center. And you're going to stretch your right arm up to the sky, nice and high, and reach it over. So go as far as you can, as long as that right butt cheek stays down. See if you can start to turn the chin up under that top arm. And then come back to center, and left arm up to the sky, nice and high. Other side. Grounding your left hip, reaching the left arm, especially on your inhale. Just opening the rib cage so we can deepen the breath a little bit today. And then come back to center. Take a deep breath in, interlace your fingers, press the palms one more time, big yawning stretch. And then bring the arms down, and you're going to go ahead and lie down onto your backs. So all the way down onto your back, big stretch. Arms overhead, point or flex your feet to the front of the room. Do you have any injuries that I should know about? Okay. Okay. And I'm Gwen, by the way. I saw it's K-T. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so just reach your right arm and your right leg a little bit more than the left. Take a couple deep breaths into your right rib cage. And come back to center and reach the left arm and the left leg a little bit more than the right. And then even yourself out, come back to center, press your low back into the floor, and you're going to leave your head on the ground, opposite arm, opposite leg. Good. So see what's going on with those hamstrings. Nice, touching your toes, babe. So notice which hamstring is tighter, which hip is tighter. See if you even feel it in your low back. Just really maybe close your eyes and take note. I feel like I can tune in a little bit better sometimes to what I'm feeling in my body if I actually close my eyes. The painter Gauguin says he has to close his eyes to see. So I want you guys to close your eyes to see what's going on in your body. You're not distracted by what you're visually seeing. You can really feel. Hips, abs, shoulders. Nice. Almost there. Keep pressing that low back down. And let's go 2 more on each leg. And draw your knees into your chest. Gonna wrap your arms around the back of your thighs. Roll your shoulders up, back down. Just make sure you're not pulling your shoulders out in order to grab your legs. You want to pull your legs in and then roll the shoulders up, back down. Retract the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades on the floor. And because you do that, you get the stretch. And then ankle rolls in each direction. And point and flex the feet. Point, flex. Exaggerate your movement. That's it. Notice which ankle might feel stiffer for you. And squeeze and release the toes. You got sparks flying, Johnny. You got sparks flying out of your ankles today. They won't stop. And everybody's going to take the soft block and put it between your inner thighs. Arms are out to your side, palms flat. Big wingspan. Okay, going to take a nice deep breath in, squeeze that block, and exhale, drop your legs all the way over to the left. You're reaching and looking over your right shoulder. Maybe you get a back crack out of it. But there's this dynamic opposition that really wrings out the spine. So feel that your knees are pushing left. Feel that your right arm is pressing long to the right, and even try to get your chin over the shoulder. And squeeze the block, come back to center. Try the other side. Notice which side is easier, which side was harder. I'm going to do a little limbo. So I'm filming. If you don't want to be on camera, you can go in the back row. Anything back from Karina back can't be seen. You're good. And now I want you to go back and forth. So knees all the way over and all the way back. But still keep that feeling of the dynamic opposition, right? Keep feeling the shoulder getting involved. It's not just the low back. Try to get some kind of rhythm with your breath. Loosen up that low back before we move a little bit, before we dig deep into the hips. You're pointing or flexing the feet. I want a little life in the feet. What's going on, you two? Can't hold onto the block. Both of you fumbling over here. Keep it going. Big wingspan, right? Feel your palms on the floor. Feel your fingertips on the floor. Head is relaxed as you can. Don't crush your ankles, Johnny. Use your inner thighs. Yep. Good. Let's go a few more times. And then come back to center. Take the block out. You're going to rock and roll yourself on the floor. So draw your knees into your chest. Give me 5 or 6 huge rock and rolls. Another opportunity to feel out the spine, maybe get a couple back cracks. Shoulders are in the socket. I want you to do 2 or 3 more, and then you're going to roll forward right into your standing forward bend. In a perfect world, you're not using your hands to get there, but if you need them, swing the legs around, maybe come to down dog, and then walk yourself forward. However you can, get yourself to standing forward bend. Feet are hips width apart, parallel. Fold yourself over from the hips and grab opposite elbow. Good. Let's start with a little bit of a bend in the knee. You want to do that just so that you could feel out what's going on with your hamstrings. So go ahead and separate your feet a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to punch you in the face. Got it? Good. Bend and straighten the knees. Sway the back, left to right. Good. Probably the most important adjustment is to shake out your head every now and then. Right? You want the top of your head pointing straight down to the floor. Okay, you're gonna stay here a little bit longer. So shake out the head, move around, wiggle around. Try to explore the pose. Don't just go to the pose and freeze there and expect it to open up and change. You gotta change your approach if you wanna change the shape of your body. If you wanna change your flexibility, you have to try the pose from different angles. Don't be too heavy in the heels. If you wanna open up the hamstrings, you wanna be a little bit more forward on the foot. You still have ground. You still have ground through the heels, but you're not sitting back in them. Every inhale, feel like you're inhaling up from your heels, up the back of your legs, through the hips. Sort of hold the breath at the top of your inhale, and then on the exhale, you drape the body over a little bit more and feel that breath just pour right out through the top of your head. And that's the circle of your breath. That's how you involve your body with your breath and get deeper and deeper into your hamstrings, remembering to relax more and more. Most of you, it's about the head, letting it just hang. It's about protecting the back, which means you may have to just bend the knees a little bit. It's early in the morning, it's chilly, so you have to give yourself some time. You can't expect to just fold right in half. I'm going to stay a few more deep breaths. Where can you let go a little bit more? Yep, most of you it's the head. You could stand to let it go a little bit more. On your next exhale, let's release the sandbag. You could just put it right out in front of your mat. Bend your knees enough that you can get your palms flat to the floor. Might be a lot of bend, might be a little bit. Just depends on what's going on with those hamstrings today. Let your head just hang, and you're going to rock forward and back onto your hands, bearing more and more weight on your hands, opening up the wrists and the shoulders. Yep, when you come forward on the hands, the heels come off the floor. When you go back onto the feet, the hands just lighten up a little bit. So just go forward and back, forward and back. Notice which shoulder starts to talk to you. If the wrists feel tight, from computers, from driving, from doing a lot of work on your phone, a lot of gripping in the hands, a lot of tightness in the wrists. And then leave your weight forward on your hands. Keep the heels light. That's it. Let your head just hang. Let your head hang. We're not going to do any handstands or anything where you have to look forward. And I want you to hold nice and tight in your belly and walk or jump back to plank pose. Hands are shoulder width apart. Push the floor away. Top of your head shoots to the front of the room now, and your heels are shooting to the back of the room. So there's your dynamic opposition. There's where you have your energy flow. Back through your heels, out through the top of your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees are down if you need to. Elbows tight to your body. Good. Inhale into your upward dog, and we're going to stay here a little bit. So adjust the hands. If it hurts your back, try different hand positions. Roll your shoulders up, back down. Up, back down. Rock from left to right. Anything you can do to get into this pose a little bit more. That's it. And we're going to turn that right wrist around. Yes, I just said that. So you're going to turn the right wrist around as much as you can. Some of you it's going to be halfway. Some of you it'll be 180 degrees. Back into the upward dog. Shoulders come back. Lift through the heart. And then switch it up. Already? That's good. And then both hands come forward, nice and gently, back into your downward facing dog. After that big back bend, you want to make sure that you go lightly into your forward bend, which is the down dog. Alternating calf stretch a little bit. Come high on all 10 toes and sink the heels. Feel your hands on the floor, high on all 10 toes, and sink the heels. And right leg's going to come up to the sky. Okay, you're going to sink that left heel, still strong and straight through the arms. Push the floor away. If you can. Mine doesn't touch. If you bring it in too close, it'll touch, but I'm not interested in that. You have long legs. Good. Lift it up a little bit higher. Now you're going to come forward plank. You're going to draw your knee into your chest. Shoulders are over your wrists. That's it. You're pushing the floor away. You're sucking your belly in. You're going to try to bring your right foot between your hands. That's it. Nice. Good. Left knee is going to come down to the floor. Untuck the left toes and reach your arms up to the sky. Crescent lunge. Palms face each other. Get there and then push those hips forward. Feel your right foot on the floor. Feel your left lower leg. Try not to put all the weight onto your knee. Try to use the whole left lower leg from toenails, top of the foot, shin. Go a little bit more. All the bend out of the elbows. Ah, that was a nice adjustment. You read my mind. And take a deep breath in. Go 2 inches more. And then bring the hands down to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Drop your right knee to the floor. Left foot flat and open up for half side plank. Hips high. Look up at your left hand if that's a possibility. Pushing out of your right shoulder, right wrist. Circle the left arm to the front of the room. Push into your left foot. Reach your left fingertips. And then bring it down. Press into plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. And then downward dog, exhale. Left leg's going to come up to the sky. Sink your right heel, and again, feel those hands on the floor. So if you don't want it to hurt your wrist, you got to plug your whole hand in. Most especially base of the pointer. Going to come forward plank. Knee is going to come into your chest. Use a lot of push through your arms. Suck the belly button up into your spine and bring the left foot between your hands. Good. Even if it takes 3 or 4 hops to get there. Right knee down to the floor. Untuck the right toes. Reach to the front of the room and come up into crescent lunge on the other side. Notice the difference. Shoulders are down. Elbows as straight as you can. Palms face each other. If you're not sure, bring your hands together for a second and then bring them back out shoulder width apart. You'd be surprised. I say palms face each other and there's people like this. They're just not listening anymore. They hear me, they're just not listening. Look up, look up. Look between your hands. That's it. Go more into the hips. Further, further, further. Good. Deep breath in. And then exhale, hands down to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Drop the left knee to the floor. Right foot's going to be flat, and you're going to open up to the right half side plank. Good. Beautiful. So push in through that right foot. Expand through the chest. A lot of fire in that right hand. Circle that right arm to the front of the room. Palm is going to face the floor, and I want you to extend that whole right side body. That's it. And then hand comes down to the floor. Press back to plank pose. And chaturanga. Upward dog. Deep breath in. And downward dog. Good. Right leg's going to come up to the sky. Come forward plank. Right knee into your chest. Use all the strength. Push the floor away and place that right foot right between your hands. Left knee down to the floor. Reach to the front of the room. Round 2. This time I want you to grab opposite elbow over your head. And I want you to feel that your upper arms are right alongside your ears. So you're getting that opening in the shoulders. That's it. And then press the hips forward. Press the hips forward. See if you could open up in the heart. Is your knee digging in the floor?
So.
Lift. Now lower. Better? Right? Lift. Good. Nice. Okay, look up, heart up. Extend the arms right where they are. And then hands come down to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Drop your right knee to the floor, left foot flat, open up side plank left. Good. That's it. Push the floor away with your right hand, reach to the ceiling with your left hand. Now I want you to over-open the chest. So your chest isn't square to that side wall anymore. Now you're trying to open it to the ceiling. That's it. Nice. Good. Left arm to the front of the room, reach, reach. That was your holiday card right there. And circle the hand down to the floor. Press back to plank pose, take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. So if you want to move your... Did you move it already? Left leg up to the sky, right heel to the floor. Breathe, push, extend. Come forward, knee into your chest, and then place that foot between your hands. Good. Right knee to the floor. You guys good? You need more cushion under your knee. You good? Come on. Want some cushion? Arms up to the sky. Grab opposite elbow. This time grab it the opposite way. Want to try? Good. That's it. So wiggle those shoulders open more. Press the hips forward more. Feel that left foot flat, right lower leg. Peek up, lift that chin. So you're opening the whole anterior spine. From the top of your left toes, all the way up that left leg, through the top of your head. Take one more deep breath in, chest higher, hips forward, extend the arms up to the sky, and then hands come down to the floor. Nice. You're going to press back to your plank pose, drop your left knee down, right foot flat, open up to the right. Push the floor away, get the left shoulder out of your ears. Good. If you can, you're going to start looking up at your right hand. If balance is off, then look at the side wall or look down at your left hand. And I want you to open the chest now. So push the floor away with your left hand, bring your heart through, and it's not just jamming that shoulder back, it's bringing the whole chest open. Your shoulder just goes along for the ride. One more deep breath here. Circle the arm to the front of the room, stretch, stretch, and hand to the floor. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, deep breath, and exhale, downward dog. Gonna go nice deep holds now. You're like, what was that then? Right leg up to the sky. And right foot forward on the outside of your right hand. Left knee's gonna come down to the floor. Okay, you can stay here. You want me to bring you a blanket? You could stay here, or you could be on your left forearm. Or your left forearm could be on a block. You could stay there, or you can go to both forearms. So maybe, just so you have a good connection, just for that forearm. Yeah, that's it. Okay, but you're pressing the hips forward. What I really want you to focus on is that right foot being flat. So it's very tempting to roll to the right outer edge of that foot. You want to keep the base of the big toe pressing down into the floor. Keep that right thigh tight to your body so you maintain all this heat that you just started to build. You're going to get a little agitated. That's the point. Do you want both of the same? Just so feel. You like that one better? You want two of those?
No, I like that this one's a little higher.
All right. Can you press the hips forward more? Can you unlock the jaw? Try, bringing your left forearm down there. Is that better? Good. Wherever you are, you're bringing your heart through, shoulders back, so you take a little bit of that roundness out of the back. That's it. Beautiful. So let's stay a little bit more connected here. Don't make me strap you up. Don't make me do it. Almost there. Got about 30 seconds. Untucked. Yep. So if you're on your forearms, go ahead and straighten your arms. You're going to move the blocks out of your way. And you're going to tiptoe the right foot across your body and come into pigeon pose. So the first part of pigeon, I want you to be upright. I want you to be very upright. That's it. Ultimately, that right lower leg is parallel to the front edge of your mat, but you might draw it down. Yeah, as long as your hips are square, so I know your back is nice and even, we're good. That's it. So you're nice and tall. Your shoulders roll up, back down, your heart comes through. You can even lift the chin a little bit, but really digging into that left quad, left hip flexor. I prefer the back toe untucked, but if it cramps up, you could tuck the back toe. If you're good in center here, you're thinking about bringing your arms up to the sky, but you don't have to. Just giving you options. Okay, take a deep breath in. Good, that's it. If you do it, do it. Reach, that's it. Good, and then hands come down to the floor. Go to your forearms, keep the back long, go all the way down. So you can bring forehead to the floor, or forehead to a block. That's it. You're exhaling into your right hip. You keep feeling like you're lengthening and energizing back through the left toes. Maybe you can even pelvic tilt a little bit. But try to be super mindful that your jaw is relaxed, your neck is relaxed, your shoulders and your belly. I tend to hold tension in my belly when I'm in this pose. When I finally release and relax, I just sink right down. Want the blanket or the jelly on your knee? Okay. That's it. Just getting all that anxiety, tension, stress out of the hips. Making the hips more open, giving the knee a little bit more freedom. Almost there. That's it. Do whatever you got to do to wiggle it around. Remember, you don't want to go to that pose and freeze there, in that same old spot that you always did. Think about bringing the block under your chest too, Johnny. Okay, you could stay here for a little bit, or you're going to take it into a little bit of a twist. So you're going to bring the left elbow onto the right thigh or right knee, hands in prayer, and you're going to push yourself around. That's it. Good. Dig in. Get long. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist. So if we give you a little training wheel, try that. Is that good? Good. One more deep breath. Back bend. Out through the top of your head. And then come back to center. You're going to come upright, nice and tall. You guys with me? And you're going to slowly bend your back leg. Reach around with your left hand, if you can, and pull the heel in towards your left butt cheek. Shoulders are down, heart is open. Good. Sink. So from the waist down, you're sinking. From the waist up, lifting, opening. Good. Too much? I'll hold it for you. How's that? Okay, let it go gently. Don't let it spring out. Now you're going to sit on your right butt cheek. Sit on your right butt cheek. You're going to bring that left knee right up against the bottom of your right foot. So if you want to end up on your mat, you can come to the left of it right now. Hands are going to go to the right. We're going to go into Wheel of Life. You might want to take a block with you. Put the block down to your right. You're going to inhale, get long. Can't rotate until we're fully extended in the spine. So I don't want you to go into this pose all hunched over. I want you to inhale long and go as far as you can. Once you can't go anymore, take a deep breath in and lower down to your chest or a block. You're resting on your left ear and you're reaching your left arm. So that right hand is flat, like you were going to do a push-up with it. And the more you press into that right hand, the more you're going to want to square out the body. And then you exhale and reach. Good. So you're going to press. That's it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give, actually we'll do this. So come up. I want you to have some kind of, that one's a little too high. There you go. Try that. Better?
Better.
Okay. Good. So push, square it out. You don't have to reach your arm. It was the other arm though, right? So push. That's it. Good. And reach. Nice. You want to totally surrender into the floor. Push. That's it. Reach. Good. So imagine one day your chest is flat on the floor. So this palm flat under your shoulder. Yep, and your elbows up to the sky. So that gives you like power to push so that you can twist. There you go. And then you reach. Yeah, imagine your chest is flat to the floor. Imagine that left ear is flat to the floor. You want to take a risk here too, because you're totally supported by the floor. Make sure you're not too high up on the block, that you're not getting as deep in that twist as you could. With this, you could feel hip here. You could feel spine. You could feel shoulders. A lot of people feel neck. They lose that rotation in the neck. But there's no need to tense up the neck. You could totally relax it into the floor and just keep gently negotiating the chin over the right shoulder. I think I'm going to take that block out, and I'm going to give you a shorter one. And now you got this, yeah, better? A little deeper. Better is an illusion, right? So push into that right hand, see if you can square yourself out. You got about 20 seconds. Bring that whole right side body around so the left side body can come through. Chest totally flat to the floor. Reach that left arm so you feel the whole expansion in the left rib cage. You're going to take 2 more deep breaths. And you're going to bend both elbows, both palms flat on the floor. You're going to turn your head the other way. You're going to use your total arm strength and push up. Try not to access the back that much. And you're going to walk yourself around, facing the front. You're going to take that left foot now, left leg, around into double pigeon. Told you it was going to be hips today. So some of you might want to sit on blocks. Okay? Block, blanket, I can get you bolster. I don't think you need the block. You don't need the block. That's it. Good. So if you're not going to stack, then your left foot's going to go in front. Yep. Okay? And you could take your sandbag and put it on top of your left knee. Gentle, gentle. That's it. Okay? So if you can't stack, then the left foot is in front. Easy cross leg in front. Perfect. Okay? You're going to take a deep breath in. Going to get yourself nice and tall right on those sits bones, and I want you to fold, crank the fold from the hips. Nice flat back. Go as far as you can with the flat back. Once you can't go anymore with the flat back, then you can round in a little bit. You can pull the belly button in towards your spine and feel, feel, feel the hips. So if that knee hurts, bring it forward a little bit more. We could also stuff the back of it. Is that better? Okay. Okay. If you change your angle, sometimes the pressure will go away. So you can get tighter, you can get more open maybe. You can bring it forward. It's all about the hips. It's the hips being tight that's putting the pressure there. So in time, that won't happen anymore. That's it. But keep folding it forward. Don't lock down in your jaw. Can you bring your hands forward a little bit? No? Okay. Okay. Good. That's it. How can I make you more comfortable and uncomfortable? Can you bring your head there? No? No? At least you're honest. That? Yeah. Okay, deal. Good. That's it. Nice. So you're just a little bit left. That's straight. And we got nice. Did I see this knot last week? Okay. What? It lives here? I want it to move out. How's that? You got to let that belly go. You got to almost let go of the yogic way of breathing in and out through your nose and just exhale through your mouth a couple times and find the lax in that lower jaw and help you fold over a little bit more. You're going to want to come out right about now, but I don't want you to. I want you to find a way to get past that point. Got about 30 seconds. Can you lengthen that body a little bit more? Can you come up over the sits bones and lead with your heart instead of your head? Okay, you're going to come upright. You can keep your legs like this if you could stand it a little bit more, or you can stay an easy cross leg. Right arm's going to come up to the sky. Right arm's going to come behind your head. Left arm's going to come around, behind, and up. You're going to make a connection, or I'll bring you a strap. Good. That's it. You're good, right? Both sides too, right? Good. Chin is parallel to the floor. I want you to almost feel like you're doing a back bend. You good with the towel, Tay? Okay. So this finger and this finger are longer than this finger. So if you could reach there like you were, if you sit back a little bit, if you feel like you're back bending, look at that. Ah. So the minute you round your back, you lose that. Right? So everybody look at the left shoulder and see if you can open it up a little bit more. Yep, keep that lift here, but you don't have to overlift your chin too much. Nice. Maybe you even do these little gentle rolls with the left shoulder. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. This isn't as long of a hold, but I want you to stick there. Do you need a strap? You got it. Oh, you got it a lot. Come on. Lift your chin a little and no scrunchy face. That's it. So if you have a strap, you're going to gently pull up, gently pull down the strap, see if you can dig in a little deeper. You're looking to the angels for help. That right elbow's trying to point straight up to the sky. Take a deep breath in, and then go ahead, let it go. Good. Straighten the legs out, shake them out. You're going to do a quick forward bend before we, go into the other side. You could leave right now, but you'll have a terrible day. You'll be all crooked for the rest of the day. Okay, so arms are up to the sky, and a 1 minute forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. I want you to reach your feet. I want you to think about having your chest and belly connect to your thighs. That's what keeps the back safe. And then you grow into the pose by straightening the legs more and more and more and more. It's not about straightening the legs and forcing and resisting and holding and trying to surrender to this idea of what you think the forward bend should look like. It's just about feeling the hamstrings, not the back, being a little bit more supple in your front body, getting a little bit longer in the back body. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, get long, heart through. Exhale, fold. 1 more like that. Inhale, forward, heart through. Fold, hinge. Good, come on up. You're going to swing the legs around. You're going to come onto your belly before we go to the other side. Then you're going to come into a cobra. So I want the fingertips to touch the front of your mat. And I want your elbows to be right under your shoulders. Now it's not just plopping down here in this pose. You really elongate. So I want you to feel really long through your legs. Feel the tips of your toes on the floor. And then you pull the shoulders back, heart through. You press the hips down into the floor and lift the chin a little bit. So you could stay here. You feel how you expand on your inhale. You're engaging the hips. Or you could hold the front of your mat and lift yourself up, straight arms. So you want to tuck the tailbone a little bit. So it really is opening the whole anterior spine. And the point is to open up that low back, to open up the hip flexors. Being a sitting at the desk society, the hip flexors get super tight. It puts a lot of pressure on the low back. So you feel like this is doing damage, but this is really reversing the damage of sitting all day. And then lower it down. Press it back into your child's pose, super slow. Always doing a nice deep forward bend after the back bend. Might be a little bit more difficult. Do you remember where this even started? I'm going to go into downward dog. That's why you got me. Downward dog. With a smile on your face and a hop in the step. Left leg's going to go up to the sky. Left foot forward on the outside of your left hand. Holy crap, all the way back here. Put some cushion under that left knee. Drop the left knee to the floor. Keep your blocks nearby. You can keep your arms straight. Depends how this hip is. Or you can come down to your right forearm on a block or the floor. Keep pressing the hips forward. That's it. Or two blocks, 2 forearms. Remembering to keep that left foot flat and the left thigh close to your body. And the jaw nice and loose. Every breath changes the pose. Is this side better? Is it worse? You feel it different? Do you even remember? You like that one because it's a speck higher. Just enough, right? So if you're going to do that, I want you to feel the weight through that right forearm and then almost feel like you're back bending and try to get the roundness right here out. Yeah, that's it. So that's where your work's going to come in. Because this is good, you're low, you just need to get right here. This is your zone. Good. So I'll do this as long as you agree not to round your back. Yep, good. That's it. You're in the home stretch here. See if you could stop fighting yourself and press it deeper. Okay, you're going to straighten the arms. Off the blocks, off the forearms. You're going to move the blocks and you're going to scoot the left foot across into pigeon. Adjust as you need to. Hips are square. Right leg is long. And I want you to stay upright, nice and tall first. So roll your shoulders up, back down. Feel the heart come forward. Feel the lift through the top of your head. Is it better? Is it worse? Most righties, this side will be a little bit better. You want that there? I think that's a little too low because you're going off line. Yeah, there you go. Good. Maybe you could reach one arm up to the sky. Maybe you could reach both. Maybe you're just hanging on with your hands on the floor. That's all right. You don't want to create extra tension. You just want to create some depth. Good. Take a deep breath in and then lower down to your forearms or all the way down to your belly. Find some way to support the head, whether it's a block or the floor or your hands. Tuck the tailbone under, slide the right leg back. Make sure your hips are square and you're not listing to the left or the right, keeping the back nice and straight. So it's nitpicky, but that's your center. Yep. Is your knee okay? You want the blanket? Okay. Maybe let that bottom jaw hang down and take deeper breaths in and out through the nose, whatever you need to do. You got about 30 seconds to really let go. And you're going to bring yourself upright. Legs stay the same, so just walk your hands back. Slowly bend the right knee, reach around with your right hand. Pull the right heel in towards your butt. Good. That's it. Shoulders are down. You good? Cramp? That's okay, it's normal. See if you can pull the heel in a little bit closer. And you're gonna let it go nice and easy. You're gonna sit on your left butt cheek now. Your right knee is gonna come up against your left foot. You're gonna bring your block around and you're gonna turn yourself to the left. Both hands on the floor on the left. So extend the spine, get long, get long. Inhale, get long. Keep twisting, twisting, twisting till you meet resistance. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down to your chest. So the left palm is going to stay flat under your left shoulder. You're going to rest on your right ear, and you're going to reach your right arm. So every inhale expands the right side body. That's it. Everybody makes their own little scaffolding. Good. Notice which side was better. Trying to get on the ear, trying to open up the neck, increasing the blood flow to the brain. So you're gonna push, you're gonna square. Good. Nice and reach. Excellent. So push. Good. You didn't want the sandbag? Okay. Push. Ah, nice back crack. Reach. That's it. Push. Square. Reach. Nice. It's a little harder on this side for you. A little bit. So push into that hand. That's it. And then reach. Good. So you're going to get closer and closer to that ear. You're pretty much there. And then the floor, right? Weight your chest down. Weight your head down, your arms down. You got 2 more deep breaths. Push left hand, twist, reach, push, twist, and reach. So bend both elbows, both palms flat. Turn your head to the right. Arm strength, press yourself up. Good, walk around to the front. This time you're going to bring the right leg around for double pigeon. Maybe you're on a block. Maybe you're an easy cross leg. And if you do easy cross leg this time, the right leg is in front. Good. So get that sandbag because you're good. This side's a little easier for you. Good? Don't look so scared.
I'm so tight on this side.
It's okay. It's all right.
Drive like this.
Okay, so we're on those sits bones. Wiggle up nice and tall. Almost feel like you're back bending, and you're folding it forward if you can, but you're hinging from the hips. So pretend you're a Swiss Army knife. You fold only from one spot, only from the rivet in the middle of that knife. The knife doesn't round over. Nice and straight. Go as far as you possibly can. Once you get as far as possibly can, then maybe you can round it over a little bit, but it becomes more from the head, resting the head, than it comes from the back. So this is really good. Now you're going to push into those forearms, bring the heart through, and work that spot again. So when you fold up nice and tight, now I can see not only is this your area, but it's more this side than that side. So the more folded up you get, the more I get to see the tight spots. The more I get to see the truth. When you're standing up and you're fully lengthened, you could hide everything. But when you start folding up, you have to show your spots. Is it better or worse on this side? Worse? Is it right? That one's tighter? So funny that that one's tighter. It should be that one, but if it's pain though. Okay, okay. Not knifing and not zapping. That deep stretching. Okay. You're better on this side. It's all right. It is what it is. Who cares? My grandmother used to say, and I'm not really quite sure what it means, but it makes a lot of sense in my brain, maybe because she said it so much. A man going by 60 miles an hour on a horse isn't going to notice. All right. What does that mean? But I look at you and you're getting a little frustrated with yourself, and I'm like, man going by 60 miles an hour on a horse isn't going to notice that you're not folded in half, in perfect double pigeon. It really is insignificant, I think, is the point, right? As long as you're feeling a stretch and you're breathing, it's perfect. Take one more deep breath in. Big exhale. And then bring it up. You could stay here with your legs. You can go to easy cross leg, but now we've got to stretch that other arm. So it's the left arm up to the sky. So you did the opposite arm. So you got to do the right arm now. Yeah. Left arm up to the sky, right arm behind. So for righties, this side's going to be a little bit harder. You probably already noticed. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. Oh, your tip. Let's hold. Hold, because I want you to work your back more and your chin. Good. So now, sit back onto your hips. That's your center. Open here. Good. Left elbow's trying to point up to the sky. Got your strap? Okay. Got it? Good. So if you do have a strap, you're going to gently pull up. Ah, so close. And gently pull down just to increase your stretch. Ah, you got it, you got it. Try there. It's a little bit longer. Here, let's not suffer. Then you're going to sit back a little bit. You're like, too late to not suffer. Right elbow up to the sky, left shoulder back. feel your hips on the floor and you grow your spine up through that, right through the top of your head. Almost feels like you're back bending, but you're really in a neutral spine. You're working those back muscles just as much as your shoulder. Unless you're super loose, the back is working a lot too. You might even feel groin, inner thigh. Don't you give up on me. 30 seconds. Pull up, pull down. Maybe you can squeak the fingers a little closer. There's the angels again. One more deep breath in. Get as tall as you can. That's how I want you to look the whole time next time. Keep that nice tall back, but release the arms. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Shake them out in front of you. Arms up to the sky. Bend the knees. Reach forward to the outside of your feet. Fold it over. That's it. If you're finding a lot of resistance in the hamstrings, separate your feet a little bit. Inhale, you're going to get long. Exhale, you're going to get depth. You could just imagine that your forehead touches your mid-shin. Release the tension in your belly, the tension in your jaw. Go a little bit deeper. Good. And then feel your hips on the floor from your low spine. Round yourself upright. Feel each vertebra stack one on the other until you're sitting up nice and tall. And you're going to take your green bolster, put it right up against your hips, right in your spine center. And you're going to roll down onto it. Open chest stretch. Good. So your head should be on it as well. Your arms are out to the side, palms face up. That's very important, palms face up. Good, I want you to shake your legs out a little bit. You're all still holding the legs. Shake them out, shake them out. Let the feet flop out. Nothing is holding you back. Totally releasing and relaxing into the spine, into the bolster. Good. Head is heavy. You're starting your breath in and out through your nose and deep down into the belly. I want you to notice cool air coming in through your nose on your inhale. And notice how it's warm air. Is your butt on the floor? Okay. I'm going to put this under your, bend your knees. Okay. Is that better? Okay. Notice that warm air out of the nose on your exhale. And bring your attention to your palms. And I want you to imagine this heavy sphere resting in your palms. And once you bring your awareness there, you actually start to feel tingling and heaviness. The lengths of the fingers, the circle of the palm. And anytime your mind starts to wander, you're going to bring it back to the inhale, exhale, the cool air, warm air, or the heaviness in the palms. And I want you to give yourself at least 10 minutes. You're welcome to stay longer, but I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes so you don't have to be afraid that you'll fall asleep. And even if your mind is bogged down with a lot of thoughts, that's all right. Just accept them, let them pass on through.